talking about I can type on a computer, but he can sell dope. First of all, I don't type on the computer as fast as other motherfuckers do. You know what I'm saying? I don't peck at the keys, but at the same time, I am not, nobody who types, maximum amount of words a minute. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get that out the way right quick, bro. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, me wearing my pants hanging down off my ass, it symbolizes, you're right, a stereotype. And if you know the stereotype is bad, then why wear your pants off your ass? Why do motherfuckers do it in the first place?
Do you care because people give a fuck about you smoking cigarettes? They got you got white people that don't care. Look, they smoke cigarettes. And they don't care if this black man smokes it, but you got other black men out here that don't smoke cigarettes, but they smoke weed. And they may say, man, I don't even fuck with this nigga because he smokes cigarettes. I think he got a problem. That's stereotyping, bro. And I know people like that feel like they can't work out with you because you smoke weed or you smoke cigarettes or you know what I'm saying, that you defeating the purpose of going to work out, bro.
Well, okay, see the thing is, man, okay, the use of cigarettes, at least people can understand why cigarettes are put there in the first place, because they know that cigarettes, it helps calm nerves. Cigarettes is a drug. Cigarettes has nicotine in it, okay? You know what I'm saying? And then there's some places, if you want to compare cigarettes to weed, I mean, fuck, there are some places where you cannot get a job if they find THC in your system. There are less jobs out there that will, deny you employment if you have nicotine versus THC.
But it's starting to get like that.
Everybody.
It's starting to get like that.
Well, see, the thing is, the thing is with that is, that's something that people can stand up for. I mean, these are privately owned companies at the same time where they can make up their own rules. Well, you know what? We're going to eliminate, the cigarette smokers as well. All right. And then but the first things first, the
hospital ain't privately owned for one.
Bro, I'm talking about businesses who hire you. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, all I'm saying is, even in the hospital, it says no smoking on here. If they catch an employee smoking, you get fired.
Well, the same thing with 40/40. You think 40/40 is going to let you come in with your pants hanging off your ass? But just because you know the owner, that gives you the right to go in there with your pants off your ass. Man, I know business owners. I have never disrespected their business. There's some businesses, some clubs that I've gone to, and they're like, nah, man, drinks on us. I'm like, nah, man, let me pay. Let me help, keep your business moving. But they got people out there, like black people, we got a problem with, this handout shit. Like, give me the handout. Like, there's no fucking support when it comes.
We summed up the 40/40 conversation before, Sam. You hear me? Now, this is what I'm saying. Now, we already done summed this situation up before, and this is what I'm saying about that. All I said about the 40/40 is they rules is they rules, but I feel like if you a celebrity, somebody famous, they should have rooms in the back where if you're not dressed up to par, but you can still come in. We got rooms back here. Still, you can get the champagne, the same liquor. You know what I'm saying? You just can't be out there. If you know what I'm saying? A lot of people is cool with that because they still come in there to show love. That's all I was saying. I wouldn't want to, just because I'm Eddie Murphy and I came here, you know what I'm saying, dressed a certain type of way. Y'all know I do more movies or I got more money than the man who owned this club. So you mean to tell me, yes, to me it's stereotyping and it's trying to be fucking funny.
No,
you want a motherfucker to respect your rules. When money talks, I don't give a fuck. If money don't mean shit to you, then that's you. But it means something to me because if I have a club and this motherfucker is willing to pay, he's willing to pay shit that the average drug dealer ain't gonna fucking pay.
You're setting a bad example for everybody else, man.
Okay. All right.
You setting a real bad example. I mean, Eddie Murphy, there's sometimes when he might, dress up in jeans and a t-shirt at a barbecue. And there are certain occasions where you might see him dressed up, all celebrities. They dress for the occasion. Even Tupac dressed for the occasion. He didn't go to the fucking Mike Tyson fight with his pants hanging off his ass.
Man, Tupac dressed how Suge wanted him to dress, period.
Oh, man.
Period. At that time, everybody know Tupac wouldn't have had no suit on if he wouldn't have been with Death Row. He would have had the bandana wrapped around his head. How he do with the two strings in the front. He probably would have had some type of. Back in those days, it was big. You ain't have to. That's a fucking casino, bro. Even rappers back then didn't even dress up because they didn't have to. Bro, I ain't going for that. I'm not going for that.
That's not true, man. I made statements about this too.
I'm not going for that.
I made statements about that before.
I'm not going for that.
You don't have to. You don't have to because you know what? There's people like you, people like C Murder, like Ja Rule, everyone who when they look at Pac, that's all they look at. It's the bunny rabbit is, the baggy clothes. People don't understand when that man got out of prison, even before he went to prison, you know what I'm saying? The only reason why he started wearing the bandana is so that he could affiliate with the thugs and get the thugs on his side. And when he tried to do it at the end, it eventually got him killed. But when he got out of jail, before, you know, he even was seen, he was doing interviews with people wearing his clothes tighter. All of his clothes were worn much tighter. The Outlaws weren't wearing their clothes tight like that, you know what I'm saying? But he was wearing, you know, more dignified clothes. All like, right. you change, man. You know, you supposed to, when you grow up, you're supposed to mature.
That's a prime example,
I mean,
right?
what would you go...
So, no. They was in their 20s, okay? All I'm saying is, when you get a certain age, in certain places that you go, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I agree with that. If you was to go somewhere where they all dress up at, okay, boom. But just so happen, if I just happen to be in this city and I'm famous and I want to stop here, I want to talk to the owner. Let me talk to him for a second. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a problem. Ain't no stores open right now. If it was stores open, and then that's when they say we cocky because you pull out a pocket full of money and show them hundreds and say, if stores was open, I can go buy a suit. And if it was stores open and you were willing to go buy a suit, then I can guarantee you they probably wouldn't even come back to that club because you done made them go spend money to go buy a suit just to come here for such and such amount of hours and just drink a bottle of champagne and show your club love when I'm in your city. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I'm a whack rapper, yeah. But if you know everybody in the world mess with me, I should be able to come here anyway. You're not white. You're my color. And that's the reason why when it all boils down to it, we should be able to see eye to eye just like the white man look at his color. It's certain white boys come, you know what I'm saying? That's just like when you go to a club, they tell you, nah, you can't come in here like that. Your hat too straight. So you go to the car and fold it down. And they still try to say something. Man, I ain't trying to hear it. It's all about the color of your skin. And then when you let a black man own something, he want to run it like he a white boy. Period.
Okay, well, with him running it like a white boy, bro.
Yeah, I understand. I know you agree with it because the white man running things, the white man making money, and they organized.
That's not what I was gonna say, man.
But we have gang members that's more organized than the white folks. They just produce violence.
Man, do you hear what you're saying? Okay, now. Let's go back to what you said, man. You know, like that shit would not work because the white folks even know, like, they have a certain class and they separate their class from the meth heads, from the rednecks. You know, you're not going to see a redneck going into, you know, some elite establishment dressed up with a fucking red flannel on with his duck hunting hat. You know, you're just not going to see, you know, a meth head coming in there wearing, you know, just any type of thing, some shady aftermath gear. You know, it's not gonna happen. These people, if they go, they understand that they have to dress for the occasion. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't see why people get that. Like the hood niggas. You know, when you look at the hood niggas compared to
I'm saying is, if you come tell me earlier throughout the day, this is what we doing. You had to dress for the occasion, and I say this right here. Is people really dressing for the occasion, or that's what they said? And you tell me no, people are really going to be dressed up, then that's cool. But you're not going to tell me we going here, and then we all got millions, and then I get there, and they tell me I cannot come in because I have on some Dickies golf pants, some Hush Puppies, and a button-up because they wanted me to look like I was in church. Coming in this bitch, man, come on, dog. Well, it ain't happening.
So why do people like Rick Ross and, you know, all of your other favorite rappers, why do they wear suits when they go to these award shows?
Because they feel like a boss, and that's what bosses do.
Oh, so why you can't fucking dress like that?
I
When you go
mean,
to the
all I'm
club?
gonna say is, it's certain people that come on, man. You done seen an award show. You don't make me bring these award shows back up from the '90s where you see Snoop and them dressed up, but then you see Mobb Deep and them. They ain't nowhere dressed up near,
Well,
and
you
they
shit.
got more money. Look at Mobb Deep net worth. Look at their net worth.
Bruh.
Look it up. Hold up. Let me look it up.
Man.
They got millions.
Bruh.
More than 10 million.
Man.
So, bro, that to me, that lets you know, brothers throughout the 90s, Wu-Tang,
Wu-Tang, All the Dirty Bastard said the same thing. Like when he stood on stage, he said, man, you know, I spent a lot of money on this suit. You know, when he came up there and he said Wu-Tang is for the kids, when he thought that he was going to win the awards, he had a suit on.
you had the award show. And you went,
Plain and simple.
9 times out of 10,
Most clubs,
9
man.
times out of 10, we talking about Old Dirty Bastard.
And we're talking about, you know,
We talking
establishments
about Old
like you
Dirty
said
Bastard,
before.
a man who never ever. We talking about, let them would have said that the nigga like Nate Dogg. Every time you see Nate Dogg, he has on some type of suit. So what I'm saying is, every time I seen Old Dirty Bastard, I seen him with some hood street shit on. And I can guarantee you, I can just imagine that Jizzle RZA telling him, hey bro, we're going to the awards, you can't wear that. You gotta wear this. You gotta look, this is what we wearing. They had to show this nigga. But I can guarantee you, Snoop ain't have to tell Daz and Corrupt no shit like that. They gonna wear what the fuck they wanna wear.
That ain't
Snoop.
happening, man.
Oh,
Not to just certain occasions, bro. You're not gonna dress like that. Just like a funeral, you're not gonna go to a funeral dressed with your pants hanging off your ass. You're not gonna go to church with your pants hanging off your ass. So why should you be able to get, you know?
you ain't gotta have your pants hanging off your ass.
Why should you be able to go?
So if I ain't in a suit, basically what you saying is, I got the right.
That's
to
why
wear my
black
pants.
people can't have businesses, man. That's why, or a club in particular. That's why, because, you know, you got a lot of these security people who are related, who feel like they can go in there
Right.
and act any kind of fucking way
Right.
and start touching shit, moving shit around, you know, with their clothes, dressed like, oh yeah, this is my partner, oh, I can get it differently. It doesn't work that way, man.
Or
You know what I'm saying?
Or you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, this my partner shit. You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. My nigga ain't gotta explain nothing to you. I'm walking on through this motherfucker all in the back, and people don't know you just borrowed 20 grand from me. I don't care. You my nigga, you been my nigga, but you not gonna tell me how I need to be dressed coming in the establishment I helped you fucking pay for. I don't give a fuck, bro. That's the reason why black people can't.
That's
you
probably
come
why-
at the wrong ones.
That's probably
come
why-
at the right ones, the ones that's not pitching in.
That's probably why the educated brothers are like leaving the black community like that too. Because when
Right.
white people don't work like that, if you go to the triads, if you go to like the Italian mafia, these guys automatically wear suits. They don't want to be affiliated with the street culture at all. You will not see them, you know, on commercials or on television and
All
shit
these
bragging
educated
about
brothers,
that shit.
you know what's-
hey man,
it's
hold on,
funny.
let me say this shit.
It's
you know what I'm
funny.
saying? Like you're not gonna see like other. Except for the poorest of the poor, like the black folks and the Mexicans. But even with the Mexicans, it's like, you know, the Mexican guy who wants to, you know, start his own Mexican food taco restaurant, you know, he's going to get support from the Mexican M13s or the Latin Kings. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a mutual respect between those two. But when it comes to black people, the educated blacks and the street thugs, there's no, you know, bond. There's no cooperation there. And that's one of the reasons why, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly why it's never going to fucking work.
You know what's silly? This is what's silly. Educated brother own his own business. A nigga in the streets get a job with this educated brother. And this nigga in the streets don't really need this job, but he really getting this job so he can keep his relationship with his girl. And his girl want to see him working, so he doing what he's supposed to do. But this educated brother, he know he ain't got more money than the nigga. This nigga coming to work in a car better than him, and he's the manager. The drug dealer coming to work, you know what I'm saying, with all the girls already knowing him. So you know what the educated brother always do? He want to do shit to make him sing. He want to always let this nigga know, even though you got more money than me, I'm still the boss. Even though you got more money than me, I'm gonna let everybody in here see that I'm calling the shots. We all know that. But at the end of the day, once it don't affect this brother, And people still looking at him like, I don't care what he say, you still the boss, nigga. That's the problem, bro. That is the problem. You cannot have an educated brother and a nigga that's in the streets that make money working together, because it's gonna always be a problem. The problem is the educated brother, he really ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? Until he makes some money. The brother hustling, he had to go do what the fuck he had to do because he started young. So the educated brother know this shit, that this nigga started young. He ain't gonna never give him his credit. He ain't gonna never give him his props. That's the reason why we ain't both working and owning this business. You got this motherfucker running shit when you know the nigga hustling. He should have been manager in here. But you got, every time you count money coming up short, money coming miscount, because this educated other motherfucker in here, you calling the boss. But the nigga, the drug dealer, he coming to work, getting off like he's supposed to. Even hanging around the parking lot, selling his little shit. And it's still a problem. So fuck no. You know what I'm saying?
So where have you experienced this? Where this story comes from?
See, it is a story. Why it can't be just real life?
Why?
I just told you.
Tell me. Give me an example of this scenario happening. When did this happen? Because you know what, for an educated brother to down a street thug just because he's trying to work and have a job, the educated brother would definitely be wrong to put this man down. And me, you know what I'm saying, I have actually gone through that. And you know what?
He's not putting them down. He's not putting them down. What he's doing is, he didn't even fucking know this brother probably had more money than him, but this brother just told you the nigga got a job
we need to know,
for a cover-up. So he go get this job for a cover-up. Now this boss really see. People on the job even saying, man, he really the man in the street. So, you know, now
When did this happen?
Bro, it happens all the fucking time. You act like this shit.
Where? Do you know this person? Do you know? Because, I like to base shit off of true experiences, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I do know that there are some niggas out there.
So basically what you saying, like,
oh man,
this shit ain't even, you basically thinking that people just make up shit. Like, bro, if that's the case,
bro, I know there's uppity niggas up there.
In the bullshit there. Then, man.
I know
if that's the case, bro, in the video, because I feel like this, bro. You trying to play me like everything I'm saying is made up. So everything you saying, I'm looking at like, fuck that educated nigga.
Bro, I'm speaking in general, dude.
Bro, me too.
But
the shit that I'm speaking about,
the shit that I'm speaking
about,
telling you can see it.
I'm telling you the reason why educated brothers and niggas in the street can't motherfucking get along on a fucking job. Because this educated brother already got a fucking problem with the street nigga, because he getting all the pussy for real.
That's why?
Man, it's a lot, nigga.
That's why?
Bruh, you even said it. The girls want to go to the street thugs, this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now you got the nigga working with you?
But look, when it comes down to the money, now it could be various levels to that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, like I say, I'm gonna say it again. You know, now for the street
now he on the job with it. He done came from out the streets to the job. Now
that's why I'm asking you, what is this experience? Because how many street niggas do you actually see, you know, going back to the workforce and having like this boss, you know what I'm saying, who feels bad because when he was younger he wasn't getting the pussy and shit.
It's not none of them guys that's in their 20s right now. It's them dudes that's 35, 36, 37.
And usually when them niggas
and they done told this story before. And they done told this story, and a nigga like me done got bits and pieces from their story and done summed it up like, okay, I see what's going on. Nigga, you working with a motherfucker who got an education, had a silver spoon in his mouth, but you had to make your silver spoon, so you go get a job working with this motherfucker. He's pushing a fucking rodeo to work. You pushing a Cadillac Cadillac DeVille with 26s on it. You know what I'm saying? And you're being questioned about this because you working at this place and you looking better than the boss himself. So yeah, it becomes to be a problem, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully people that hear this video, they will understand, because apparently you're not understanding where I'm coming from. Like, I never seen it. Okay.
I haven't.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. You from Louisiana, I'm from North Carolina. I done seen it. I done seen it. I done seen it.
Normally, you know,
I done seen
those
it.
two types of motherfuckers, they don't work together. And sure, you know, you have, you know, some black uppity motherfuckers who get these jobs and they treat motherfuckers like shit. But it's usually not the hardcore street thugs who actually make it into these businesses. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, you know, they might feel some kind of way towards, okay, yes, I'm driving around in my Land Rover, my Range Rover and shit like that. But they usually like that, not just only to the street thugs, but to all black people who are financially beneath them. You know what I'm saying? It's not just to the street thugs, you know? And then sure, like their biggest plight, for the most part, is not the street thugs. It's the women. And then why? It's because the women choose them after all of these fucking years of fucking around with these street niggas. You know what I'm saying? So really, at the end of the day, like, they ain't gonna fucking, you know, just talk down to you and treat you like shit as an employee. You know what I'm saying? Their biggest fucking problem is the women who denied them back in the day, and now all of a sudden they want to fucking, you know, talk to this man now because, you know, he's the business owner and he has all of these riches and shit. You know what I'm saying? You just use, you know, you're just a pawn in the game for not just, you know, the black man who has made it, but also for the black woman as well, because she don't want you after you've been locked up. She don't want you after, you know, your resources are gone and shit, and, you know, you can't hustle no more. That's it for you. You know what I'm saying?
So
and then all of a sudden, she's gonna fucking go and run to this nigga.
Overall, I'm about to sum it
Bruh,
up.
women.
So I'm about to sum it up, and it shouldn't be no more to this. And this is some real stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even gonna say a cuss word. Basically, the drug dealers, they need to get the bottom of the barrel women, since they drug dealers. They don't deserve the good women.
I never said that.
No, you know, that's how it's seen. The educated brothers, they deserve the good women, the women with the bodies, the women, because he's in school, he stayed in school, but he can't fuck nothing. He don't have no respect for a woman because he's an educated brother that's in school and he feel like I don't need her, but this drug dealer may feel like he need her because, man, I got all this money. She's in school. I might need her to
get your car put in your name.
No,
to get the house put in your name.
No. Because
that's what it is. Like when you're an established black man.
Past all that. Brothers already know. You put anything in a woman's name now. Black people know this. White boys, you got two different type of white boys. You got the white boys that does do that and their wife ain't gonna do that. Then you got the ones that's gonna put it in their name. Period. They ain't gonna let their wife put their car in their name. Then you got the black brothers that they either put it in their name, and then you got the black brothers that put it in a girl name, and every black woman does this to a black man. When she gets mad, she takes his fucking vehicle. So when it all boils down to it, I hope men have experienced that can't be done no more. So when you have large sums of drug money, and you need a woman to make your money clean, not for a car, I could put the car in my own fucking name. I'm making payments on this car. I'm not going to buy this $15,000 car straight flat out. They telling me, hey man, you need a co-signer. Okay, this is my girlfriend. She can co-sign for me. She has a good job. So when she co-signed for me, boom, it still got my name on it, period. So that's all I'm saying, bro.
So you said basically to sum it up,
everybody need to get with their equal. If everybody would get with their equal, I guess it'd be a better place. But I guess since the drug dealers get with the petite bitches, the Coca-Cola bottle shaped women that got the dumb fat sloppy booties that all these men running after, they have babies by them and then they run off and then they get with the woman can't help that she's a good woman, so she thought she was getting with a good dude. But me and you knew this nigga wasn't shit, and we see women get tricked like that all the time. So she may have one kid by this dude and break up with him. So now she move on to the next man. The next man she move on to, she gonna make sure he got a job. Okay. So now he has a job, and this next man still no better than the fucking baby daddy. Okay. Because he's still a man. He still ain't gonna let this woman control him. He's still not gonna let this woman run the house. Because what man that educated, has his own, gonna let a woman come in just cause she got a pussy and titties? Oh baby, do this, do that, and be a bobblehead. No, men don't do that. Okay. Real men don't do that.
Let me talk now.
That's them old men we be talking about. Them old niggas.
All right, let me talk now. Yeah, I let you speak. Okay, so the thing is this, man. You know, the difference between like those brothers who got jobs and shit like that and the street thugs. Certain things that street niggas can't do. Like you cannot automatically just because you have made all of this amount of money. You know, when you go and finance a car or get a house, they want to know if you got a job or not. You know what I'm saying? Even with these banks now, they want to know if you have a job or not. You know what I'm saying? So my personal belief and I do want to touch on the other thing that you said because you made another statement. But my personal belief is, you know, another reason why a lot of these guys mess around with these women, or even the lowest of the low of the women in the black community, is because they are able to take and put things in their name. You know, they do have an established set of credit, you know, versus what the street nigga would have, because really he doesn't have credit. He's trying to build credit, but without a job, without an occupation, you cannot establish that type of credit. Now, you know, what you said is it all basically falls down or defaults to, you know, the educated brothers should have the best of the women and the street thugs should have the lowest of the women. Well, look, I don't agree with that, but I'll just say this. Other races of people, you know, that's how their women are raised. Like, not in the urban community, because the urban community, we got poor white trash. You know, we got, you know, a lowest of the low of different races of women in that community. But I'm talking about a regular community. Women are raised to be more feminine, and they choose men who has a plan. Like, what do you see yourself at age 40? You know, do you have a goal? How can you provide for my children's children? You know, and it's all about, you know, keeping that family structure together. Now, I understand why the women in the black community, why they choose, you know, the street niggas, because the educated brothers just don't have that type of confidence. They don't have the money. These women, they automatically
and
see
the
money.
The time.
They see
They do not have the time. Because if you're always working and always going to school, how do you have time to entertain a woman who done been to work from 8 in the morning and she get off at 5, but you go to school and then after school you go to work? You know what I'm saying? You can't entertain a woman, but okay, yeah.
You know, I understand like how it works.
Even street niggas that's busy can't entertain a good woman. They have to entertain the bottom barrel bitches she's just thankful that he came through.
For the most part, bro, like a lot of the guys, the street guys, man, I mean, and I see this a lot, you know, yeah, they do get the top of the women. Shit, but why do they get...
I don't believe it.
I mean, come on, man, you see this shit. It. You see this shit.
Bro,
but, does that shit upset me?
Let's be for real.
No.
Let's be for real. The real drug dealers do not get the top bottom barrel bitch. It be them bum niggas with tattoos all over them. They act like drug dealers.
That we're talking
they
about.
Act like the drug dealers get real drug dealers. Women. I ain't talking about. Let's say like the ones that got hundreds of thousands. They women don't even really look too good. It's they side women that look real good. They main woman. You know why they main woman don't look too good? Shit, I could just imagine all the stress she done went through all these years with this nigga. I could just imagine all the things she done went through. He may not never been busted, but I can guarantee you she basically don't look good because if you got a plan, like you say, a man that got a plan, why would you want your woman looking top notch? A 10. A lot of men say they want their woman looking like a 10, but I want my woman looking a 6 or a 7 because I don't want men all down her. And like I told you, a lot of these rappers like Scarface was not lying. All it takes is a man with a bigger dick and a longer bankroll and she's gone. If you got a woman who don't look too good, she's not into going to the club, all she want to do is make sure you're okay, make sure the kid's okay, and she's at home watching her TV shows, making sure the house is clean, making sure everything is straight. Them are the women to have. You don't want no fucking woman that everywhere you go, you got, damn, TJ, your girl good. Damn, CJ, your girl good. Damn, D, your girl good. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want that shit. Then they tell you, damn, Sam, your girl good. That bitch got a fat ass. You know what I'm saying? That's where men get to disrespect them. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for a woman to look real good and go out by herself and her friends. But when she's with her man, a man has a problem with men doing that because you have other men out here that's on his level that would take his woman. Women ain't shit these days to be taken.
Hey, man, I understand that. But
women ain't nothing.
Yeah, even the top of all those women when they grow up in these neighborhoods, it's usually the D boys that's hollering at them first and shit. The educated brother ain't hollering at them, and then they get blamed for being, too busy working and too busy focusing on their school and their education, and that's why they're not able to take and get no decent woman. But that's what it's all about. That's how other men are judged. They're judged on.
Why do educated brothers feel like women supposed to pick them first?
Hey, for them to say that,
I'm
like, hey,
educated brother, you might have went to school, but bro, I was in these parks dunking 2 hands backwards every weekend, and we were putting money up for these games, and I stacked my money through the summers and through the basketball games, and I'm popular from playing basketball.
This is my thing. I don't like for the educated brothers to be mad and upset about it. I just really would rather them to just focus more on their money versus focusing on the women. Let the street niggas have the women, and then when they get older, like, it don't matter. Like Minister Jab said on his shit. He said, like, women, yeah, they mature faster, but men, they keep their prime longer. So when these women are all like ran through and beat up and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're worthless. You know what I'm saying? And the educated brother can still get him, a nice, decent female. You know what I'm saying? Because these street niggas, they gonna get other fucking women pregnant. Like that's the way it works.
But I don't want them to get mad. So you don't think educated brothers is running around here getting women pregnant? You don't think so?
Hey, look.
You got educated brothers. Hey, bro, they got a dude that go to Columbus State right now that I know. A dude that go to Columbus State right now, he got 6 kids and he's in school. Now, he works at? Wendy's. He works at a Wendy's. Okay. Every time I see him, he got some J's on his feet or he got some nice shoes or some nice clothes. Every time I talk to him, he either going to school or going to work. Now, this is what I'm saying right here. For him to be educated as he is, why is you just sticking your dick in these bitches and busting nuts and just popping out babies? And he told me he got 3 babies by one chick and he got 2 babies by basically got 3 different baby mamas. So what I'm saying is I don't know if this man telling me the truth or taking care of his kids or what, but every time I see him, he look up to par. And these are the type of men that's being talked about right now in society. The men that stay fresh to death, that don't take care of their kids. Whether you're a drug dealer or you educated. It does not matter. Anytime an educated man is out here going to school, getting his money, doing what he's supposed to do, you got women out here, she may look good. She wasn't raised like a man like that. She was raised to like a street thug or she can't come to you and say, can I get $100? You may have it, but you may say, I need this money. I don't have money just to give. No, nor does the drug dealer. He just know that if I give her 100, I know she gonna let me hit the pussy. The educated brother not thinking like that. He thinking that she should just automatically give me the pussy because I'm in school and got a job. Damn. But this drug dealer thinking, man, if I give her this 100, she gonna let me get the pussy. Usually and so when when he give her the 100, she may or may not. But the whole point is, she got it from the drug dealer.
Usually when I think about educated brothers, I think about Carlton Banks, like those type of guys, like Ben Carson.
Clowns. No, fucking clowns.
Why are they clowns?
Because they can't even fucking hold a proper conversation with a woman. They clowning.
All right, okay. So those type of guys, okay. So those type of guys,
I didn't say they didn't deserve a good woman. I just said they be clown. Then when they meet a
but that's what I'm saying. Even with the women, the women consider these same guys lames, and then when they become successful, when they become lawyers and doctors and shit, these women, they wonder why they turn their fucking nose up at them. Then they wonder why they dating white women and all this other shit.
Man, they not wondering that. You know who wondered that? You know who wondered that?
What? Who?
You said you heard it, right?
I see it all the time.
You see it all the time, right? Let me tell you something.
And I hear it all the time, yeah.
Nick, look, listen. That ain't, Only ones that feel like that is the ones who would hollered at Carlton and say, like, back in the days, they ain't want him. Like Mike Jones said, now they want him because he doing this thing. she done ran through all this blah blah blah. She know why cards don't work, because back in the days when he was trying to get you, you ain't want him. But the next girl, he can't look at her and say, yeah, she's the type that wouldn't even want me back in the days. How you know? Because she your type, nigga. She your type.
No, okay. See, the thing is with that, bro.
Because she hollering at you, that basically mean that back in the days, she wouldn't holler at me. No, it only happens to a woman that you know, like, oh yeah, I know her. I tried to holler at her back in the day. But a woman you don't know, you can't just look at her and say, she looked like the type that wouldn't holler at me back in the days, so I'm a dog her. So where did that scenario come from?
It comes from those damn kids. That's where it comes from. It comes from those kids.
What kids?
It comes from the kids that she has. You know what I'm saying? That's where it comes from. It comes from looking at her in comparison to how she looked before and looking at those fucking
So you
kids.
trying to say if you see her and she got a bunch of kids, she'll say you was the type of dude she wouldn't get with back in the day.
When you look at the baby daddies and shit, and you compare...
But you may not see the baby daddies at the time.
When you hear them stories about the baby daddy and how she feels about her baby daddy...
Of this particular woman that you want?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, when you start listening to their stories about their baby father, you kind of get an idea of what type of man they were looking for in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like Desiree, I mean, same shit.
Man,
you know,
these women is tricky. They clowned out. You don't know what type of... Look, put it like this. These women want any man who's willing to hold their hand out and give.
How many stories have you heard of a smart, educated brother like, I don't know, Clarence Johnson or Carlton Banks, you know, one of those type of guys, you know, who fucked around and, you know, just left this girl and, you know, left her pregnant with kids and shit. Usually those type of people establish families, you know, they get married and they live in the suburbs some fucking where. You know, it's usually like the lowest educated brothers, the street thugs, you know, who get these girls pregnant and shit, and they forever in the hood. You know, and that's the reason why, man. I mean, you know, you when you have a father in the house on top of that, the fathers usually teach their daughters how to be women.
If a street dude had a baby mama and he was handling his business and he get locked up, 9 times out of 10, you know, he may get locked up 6 months to a year and a half, but you know, this music out here either making her cheat or making her don't want to be in this relationship with this man while he locked up. So when he come home, once again, me and you looking on the outside, this man come home, he thinking everything all good, she done got her a new dude or she talking to a new dude, so he can't even stay in the home with his kids. So once again, you looking on the outside looking in. You see this man. He got a baby right here, so he can't get with her, so now he working, get on his feet. He go get a nice little job or get the hustling. He meet a couple bitches, a bitch like him. He wants some pussy. Nigga coming home wants some pussy. Who the fuck ain't gonna want no pussy? Coming home from jail. So a gay nigga, that's who. So he wants some pussy. He get another bitch pregnant. She's pregnant. But he's willing to take care of his child. But the first baby mama, I just told you the reason why it didn't work. He came home. He can't stay with her, but he's willing to take care of his kids. Hey, these women cause that shit on their own fucking self. You know what I'm saying? You know you could have kept it real with this man, but you want to get with a motherfucking, this educated dude spitting sweet nothings in your ear. Instead, this educated dude's telling you to keep it real with your dude, baby girl. I'ma still fuck you or whatever.
The educated dude is a fucking sucker for dealing with her.
All I'm saying is this, once again. She got a dude locked up. She only got one child by this dude. And like I said, most educated brothers, they not about to turn down a woman to look good. They only got one child, and this woman take care of her child. And because a woman can't help what her baby daddy do. You know what I'm saying? So you can't punish this woman because her baby daddy decided to get caught some drugs or go rob somebody. And she decided to leave this man forever, whatever our reason. Now she done ran to you. She told you the story. You done been to her domain, see she living good. Now you messing with her. So next thing you know, this nigga come home from prison. She already done told you she ain't messing with this nigga. Because she already heard he was cheating when he was out and it put the icing on the cake. All she had to do was get some more dick from some other new man. So now she's cool now. So she don't want to mess with this man. So is it this man's fault that he got a baby by this girl. He got locked up coming home willing to take care of his child, and he's still willing to take care of his child. He just don't stay with him. Once again, brothers like us on the outside looking in,
I'm gonna state the facts. I'm gonna state the facts, man. Because most women like that, you know.
And it ain't the man's fault when he's willing to take care of his kid.
I'm gonna just state the facts, though, bro. I mean, you know, most of these women who have situations like that when their husbands or well, not even their husbands, but their baby daddies are locked up and shit. Most of the time, bro, these females get the word from their fucking baby daddy, like, I don't want no niggas around my kids, you know, so they have full access to the pussy. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. They get out of jail and still go back. And then on top of that, like I say, we talking about young women here. Because when the nigga gets locked up in jail, yeah, she's that young chick, she's Desiree. She's gonna fuck around with the same type of guys like her baby daddy. You know, street niggas, trap niggas. That's who she's gonna fuck around with. You know, when the minute she gets used up, which is usually like in her early to mid 30s, then, you know, all of a sudden she wants to fuck around with the more established guy, the guy who can keep a consistent job and all of that. That's when she wants that particular guy. But yeah, when she's young and looking good and shit, you know what I'm saying? When she can get, you know, money for slinging her pussy to this nigga and that nigga, she's gonna continue to do it. You know what I'm saying? She does not. It's a thrill to these type of women, bruh. You know, to fuck around with a motherfucker who has all of this excitement going on and shit and constant bankrolls of money. You know, like there is no way that a street nigga is gonna go to jail and a smart, educated Carlton Banks type of nigga is gonna come along and be in the house with her while her fucking baby daddy is locked up. That shit is never gonna happen. And if he does do that, we're talking about a complete simp. We're talking about a sucker because even that dope dealer, his friends are gonna look at the chicks crazy like, man, damn, you know what I'm saying? You know. Shit, man, my nigga had that bent all over and look at her. And he trying to wipe that up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is a fucking sucker for doing that. I would, especially a man with no kids. Like, I would never ever get caught in no situation like that. Any woman with kids and shit, you know what I'm saying, with a fucked up baby daddy. Like, first of all, if your husband or well, I said it again, husband. If your baby daddy did not, you know, divorce you or, you know, get killed in a war or something, I'm talking about a legitimate war, not war in these streets. I'm talking about, you know, this nigga went off to Iraq or some shit and got killed. That's a whole different story. But for this nigga to have just got shot, you know, at a club or some drive-by and shit, man, no. And, you know, she's not getting punished. She's just being isolated, bruh. Because, like I said again in another video, you know, if Somalian women was to do some shit like that, not only would, you know, the black Somalian community, or the black men in that community would disregard her, everybody in the community would disregard her. You know what I'm saying? The minute she takes off her fucking, her hijab, you know what I'm saying? She's done. They have a culture in place. Arab women, they have a culture in place. They're not fucking around with niggas like that. They have, you know, going back to what you said about how, you know, the beautiful women, you should not fuck around with the street thugs. They should fuck around with the educated ones and shit. Like, other establishments have that shit intact, where the most beautiful women, they are going to deal with the people in their own race with money. You know what I'm saying? It's only the black folks who got everything all fucked up. Now, do I think that the best women should fuck around with the smarter guys? No, I didn't say that. They need to pick the best guy.
What happened to the movie Sugar Hill?
Oh, okay. Then see, you know, we can get into that conversation too. You know, I mean, Sugar Hill's scenario is the same as the thicker than water scenario with Mac 10. Same scenario. Well, that's a whole nother conversation. I mean, you want to talk about that, we can get into that too.
Ain't no same scenario.
Yes, it is the same scenario.
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley
Snipes was a drug dealer.
Yeah.
And his girl, the girl that the woman, first of all, tried to tell the girl not to mess with him. Girl, he sell more crack than Harlem. And when the girl heard that, she kind of looked like, dang, I don't know, this nigga may be dangerous. But in reality, we all know why the woman said that. Because she wanted Wesley to holler at her for real. Because she's an older woman. And she knew her time was up. So what happened? Wesley get to hollering at the younger chick. But she tried to dish him off, a drug dealer, for the little NBA basketball player dude. The basketball player dude knew what type of woman she was.
Mm-hmm.
He thought what type of woman she was, but she wasn't that type of woman.
Not anymore.
And he beat her up, slapped her around, did some shit that Wesley wouldn't even would have did to her. So when it all boils down to it, should these women get with the educated man? Because that was an educated brother. Believe that.
We talking about a movie here.
See,
but
that's what I'm saying.
I thought you were talking about.
I know what part I was talking about.
I thought you was talking about the scenario about how all of these street niggas, how they fuck around with all of the other women and shit, you know. And then next thing you know, when they're ready to settle down, when they're ready to settle down,
Wesley Snipes ended up in a wheelchair at the end of the movie because he got shot, right?
Look, check it out, bro. This is, you know, you even see this shit with the videos. All of your favorite rappers, what do they say? They say, I'm fucking all of these bitches, knocking these hoes down and shit like that, right? You know, and then the next thing you know, like, you know, the woman that they have on their arm, the wifey, the bae, you know what I'm saying? She can't be a thot. Like, she can't be like all the other bitches that you was fucking before, you know? Like you have the right to fuck around with all of these women and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end, when you're ready to fucking have a relationship, now all of a sudden you want the nice, calm, pretty woman who doesn't know anything about your street past. You know what I'm saying? It's a contradiction, man. It's really fucked up how niggas think on that aspect. And it's the same thing that we're talking about. It's the same thing how these women are. Like, you can fuck around and get, you know, swing your pussy, give your love away to all of these niggas, and then all of a sudden when you want to settle down, you want a motherfucker who has resources that can carry, you know, this man's children's legacy off to the next generation and the next generation. You know what I'm saying? And real niggas just should leave them alone. Plain and simple.
But what about the ones that had to grow up and their mama never had a good man, so they grew up in the streets. So they deserve the bottom barrel woman because their mama was a bottom barrel woman. So they grew up selling drugs and they want a bad woman and they got the money to prove it. They got this looks and a lot of cats. Let me tell you something what the educated brother don't do. Is that mic on? A lot of y'all educated brothers' body is fucked up. Y'all don't work out. Y'all think because you got a fucking education that means something. But we got drug dealers that work out. And they in shape. So bitches is on these niggas.
Man, that ain't true. You got a flux of both sides. Like, you got fat dope dealers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got, you know, you
got fat educated dudes.
You got a flux of them on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that shit, nah, you know. These women are not fucking like Desiree, for instance. I'm bringing her name up again. Like, she likes fat niggas. She don't even like you know, niggas who are muscular. She likes
dudes that can't fuck. She like dudes that can't fuck.
She likes
and she lie about it and say they can fuck because she don't want women around her to know that she getting some sorry.
She likes fat D boys.
Yeah, she fuck fat dudes who can't fuck, but they give her money. Hey man, let's eat Wingstop tonight. He always wants something to eat, and the majority of these women, they love to eat out. They love to get a meal bought for them. So long as this man is buying meals and giving, his fat ass is gonna be able to sit around that motherfucker. But soon as a nigga like me come in that's not fat, and I'm a D-boy too, just like this motherfucker, and I rather her go cook something. Her lazy ass will be mad, wishing she had the fat dude back around. So, yeah, man, it's different strokes for bottom of the barrel women and niggas and street thugs. Street thugs niggas don't deserve no bottom of the barrel bitch because the bottom of the barrel bitches they treat the street thugs. They don't treat, what you think? If they ain't treating the educated niggas right, they damn sure ain't treating the street thug niggas right.
All right, let's go all the way to the beginning, to the bottom of the barrel female. Okay, let's go back to before she was the bottom of the barrel female, which is probably before she, I guess, lost her virginity, okay? What type of woman was she then? Oh, yeah, she's fine. She's beautiful. You know, why do the street thugs fuck with her then? Why do she choose the street thugs? Because, see, that's the problem. Like, this whole conversation, we've been talking about the problem, but we never get to the root of it. You know what I'm saying? And like I say again, you know, when these girls are in high school, they'll look at the educated brothers or the brothers in the process of getting the education. They look at these niggas as lames and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you had songs back in the day. I gotta get a roughneck. You know, it's like, strong masculinity. When the street thugs represent confidence. They represent, they represent people with a sense of humor. Oh, he's funny. He represents swag and all of this other shit. The nigga probably, can two-step and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what that represents. And they look at the lame as a motherfucker who has 2 left feet. So a woman is like,
would you have 2 left feet?
A motherfucker who can't dance has 2 left feet. So that's how they are looked at in the beginning.
All right,
so
this guy dance. So this guy that can dance real good.
So think about it. How far is this dance? Hold on, wait a minute. No, I'm not done. I let you have a long ass speech, man.
But both was talking, bro. I wasn't by myself.
But just think about that shit.
Nah, I don't want you to go past stuff and I forget it.
I'm not gonna make it
why is the dude dancing getting the girl?
I'm just saying
because this nigga over here sitting ain't doing shit. But look, he don't know how to dance. So when it all boils down to it, how far is this street thug that can dance? How far is this dancing gonna take him? Vice versa, this educated brother.
The educated brother,
he's going somewhere because he do his work. He's not into this for real, but he attended the dance or whatever. He came because this is his class, this is his group, and he has friends.
I mean, look at the other movies, like Back to the Future and all these other movies. Because you got the bullies and shit running around. I didn't want you dating Sarah. You know what I'm saying? And it's usually the nerdy guy like, oh, I really like her. And he ends up she ends up picking him and shit once he gets the confidence and he punches the bully in the fucking face and shit. And then she's like, oh.
So educated brother gotta get confidence.
You know what I'm saying?
Bully in the face.
But I'm just giving you an example. Like
a street dude. Why is a street dude willing to die right now when it's time? Because somebody in his family, as far as an uncle or a dad, might have taught him how to fight or told him, don't do this. And just like karate. You learn karate, but they tell you don't use this karate unless you're defending yourself.
Same thing with
Karate
Kid.
Then you go use this damn karate on somebody because you know you can beat them.
Same thing with Karate Kid. Daniel's son on all the Karate Kids. Daniel's son loved one particular girl, and he always had to deal with the bullies, fucking him up, kicking him in the stomach and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But he always got the girl at the end. Like Daniel's son represents the educated lane. And, all of those other motherfuckers, who had to fight when he fought on part 1 and won the tournament, when he fought on in part 2, when he went
So, explain Cooley High. Because all of them was educated to me.
Yo, man.
Even the man with the poetry.
We talking about love interest here. Yeah. We talking about, women and men and why women choose men.
You was talking about a movie. And I said explain Cooley High. Bruh. Explain Coach Cheese and the dude with the glasses that wrote poetry. Why did Coach Cheese get all the girls?
Do you understand the difference?
Why? Why couldn't the dude? You know why? Coach Cheese. And if you look in the movie, Coach Cheese's uncle was a damn on the low jacker.
But if you look at the future, of these guys who were rejected at the beginning, you can't blame the motherfuckers for shitting on these women. Especially if they fucking around fat, pregnant with kids, you cannot blame them.
I don't think.
You can't blame them. I don't blame them.
The girl that went for the dude with the glasses and Cooley High never went for Coach Cheese. She didn't like none of them. She just liked dude because they had something in common. Poetry. Oh, you write poetry?
And you know what?
Boom. There you go.
But you know what? Them days are fucking over.
So, no, the fuck they're not.
Yeah, they are.
No, the fuck they're not.
Bro, be real. Come on, man.
Bro, come on. Let's be for real. You can have a woman. She like to go motherfucking, I'm gonna say bowling, right? She meet an educated brother. He'll go bowling, but it ain't what he like to do. But she meet a street thug. He like to bowl. So they do got something in common. Vice versa, educated dude that like to go fucking hiking. So being that he like to bowl, she like to bowl, they get to talk. He telling her some shit about his life, and he telling her what I would like to change. But the educated brother over here that already done changed, he ain't never been in the streets. He's not going in the streets, and his level is going up. So this woman's supposed to say, fuck the street dude, and I'm gonna go with the dude that's hiking because he's going level up, or can I get with this street dude and try to help and build him up too? That's what's wrong with the community. They always want the black man to help the black man, but why can't the woman help the black man? It's just like we can help each other.
I'm gonna help the black man. Man.
Yeah, man, because we've been helping the black woman for years. I'm talking about, man.
Say, bro. I mean, that should be the ultimate goal, man. Educated brothers working with street brothers as a collective in building, because that's the only way these women are gonna fucking change. And I've said that before. You know, like I said that before, but like there's always tends to be a disagreement between the two. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to explain why there's a disagreement between the two. And I mean, you know, everybody think they got their answers for the shit, bro. You know, but we can agree that other races don't work like that. Women choose their men based on, you know, how far they can, you know, provide them, you know, in the future, not immediate income. Talking about income that can help, you know, their children and great-great-grandchildren to live. And for the most part, like being a street hustler, you know, it doesn't last past, you know, their child's 16th birthday. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just the reality of it. You know? But this video's been kind of long. We better go ahead and close this one out, man. You know, I guess we'll just start off another one. I'm going to just compress this one and probably get on to doing another one and shit, man. So, this is Sam Sim. Peace.